So this particular video is basically to discuss the NMAT syllabus. This time the pattern has changed, the syllabus has changed. So let's try to discuss how do we go about cracking the NMAT with the new syllabus and a new pattern. And we'll discuss the syllabus and pattern also. So if you look at the sections, so the sections remain the same: language, quant, logical reasoning. No difference in that. But yes, the number of questions and time has changed. So number of questions now is same in all the three sections with difference in time. But the weightage of all the three sections, even if the time is different, is the same. So that means I need to score equally well in all the three, or my weightage is equal in both all the three, which was not the case in the previous scenario. From the timing, you can make out that there is less time to give for language skills, which means this is going to be a very speed-based exam. You need to solve it faster. Quant has been given more time per question, okay, and logic is somewhere in between. So which means that logic is not going to be as tough like a CAT exam or something. It's going to be easier logic and which could be solvable. So let's try to understand the exact contents of the syllabus. So if you look at the language, reading comprehension, para formation, error identification, preposition, sentence completion, analogies. Now if I look at this particular pattern of the paper, remember in the NMAT paper, you need to maximize your marks in the given time frame, and that is true for any speed-based exam. We'll discuss more on the strategy in our workshop, but this is what the whole plan should be. Try to maximize your marks in the given time frame and try to get as much marks as possible, right? But this is where your pattern. The difference, if you look at this year as compared to the previous year, is that there are no, there are no questions which are purely based on vocab. So there's no synonyms and antonyms. So synonym antonyms missing. So there's some small change in the pattern of the paper. Quant, if I look at a major change, has been no geometry question, so hardly any weightage for geometry. So they basically broken down into number system, arithmetic. That's what is the syllabus mentioned out there. Algebra and probability, data sufficiency, case lists and tables, and graphs and charts. So a person who's preparing for CAT, I think you should focus a little bit on DS because DS is not there in CAT. You can focus a little bit on DI sum because DI sums that are there in NMAT is a little different from CAT. Else it's more or less similar, but remember there's no geometry out here, so that to some extent saves you from the geometry part of it, and you can focus on DI, DS, and other part of mathematics as such to get your marks. Coming to logical reasoning syllabus, here there is a maximum change that has happened. From pure logic questions, the focus is more gone to verbal reasoning. So if you look at a lot of critical reasoning questions will be there, a lot of deduction based questions will be there. So these are two important part of the paper that will be there in the exam. Okay, there are a few analytical puzzles and input-output logic-based questions, but most of them are critical reasoning. So majority part is critical reasoning. So I put syllogism also in critical reasoning part of it. So in verbal reasoning part of it. So in that case, apart from doing the logic questions which are normally done, you need to definitely focus on verbal reasoning, and that becomes the most important part of the logic section of the paper. As a matter of fact, verbal reasoning can be prepared for if you do well. But if you don't do well, that could be your grave. Okay, so be careful with regards to verbal reasoning as a section. Hope that helps with regards to understanding the paper pattern. Thank you.